I want you to understand. Love works better when you really love. Love works better when you truly love. Love works better when you understand love. Love works better. Love works better. Love works better. I want you to understand. Love works better. Ooh, when you really love. Love works better. When you really love. Love works better. When you truly love. Understand love. Love works better.
Yes, love works better. That is my song. That's my title. And I was listening at this guy on one of my describers. I described to them, and he told him. He said that song you played when you coming on. He said I was in the hospital and I told the nurse to turn it um, to that. I was just so sick. He said I told the nurse to turn it there to that music and let me hear it. And that music, he said, helped him to just want to get out of bed and go and do something. Just that music. And he told him on his podcast, he said, play that music again. He said, you don't know what that music did for me when I was sick and in the hospital. And he said, oh my God. And it ain't talking about love. It just something like that. But we never know what's going to enhance somebody's life or what another person needs. I think we should be in tune with whatever it is that you need, and also allow the other person to be um, who they supposed to be and what how they the deal with themselves, whatever they need to be delivered. Um, I know I was talking to this lady, and she said that sometimes her kids don't think she got a brain. They don't think she can make decisions. People checking up on her, and I told them, I said, uh, they're not through bossing. They're not through raising their kids. So when the kids go and the parent there, they turn that attention to the parents, and they almost like treat them like a child. They almost snatching everything out of their hands, so they're not able to handle things. But I found out, um, and I don't say that about my kids, but anyway, I found out that we all got a journey, and sometimes we get off it, a journey. Sometimes we don't know where we at, and sometimes we have to get some counseling to help us get back on track. When you raise your children and they're gone and they're having problems, all that time you lost you. So in order to get back on track, sometimes we have to get counseling to help us to make better decisions, because nobody want to hurt the parents and the parents don't want to hurt their children. But as an adult and as a parent myself, I wants to be independent in so many things. I know there are some things I can't do, like this computer and set up bills online and a whole lot of stuff like that. Technology, I can't do all that. I can't clean like I used to. But that I think that's why people save up their money, so when they get older, they can hire somebody to come in and cook for them and clean and make their life easy because they're not able to do what they used to do. And I think that's why people save for, they say, a rainy day or have a kill for and a saving account, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes they have property and they'll sell all their property and then just live in a small house so they can maintain their standard of living. Most black folks don't have that opportunity. But anyway, we don't have that opportunity, but we still have a mind that we wants to make the best decision that we can. And when you see parents is you say they mean and they snappy, no, you don't understand what you are doing. And they have a lot of time on their hand. They don't have children. They don't have a husband. They ain't paying all the bills. They ain't doing a whole lot of stuff. So that they do have time on this hand to think. And sometimes it comes slow. Like I tell my children, I said, I'll catch up 2 or 3 days later. If you give me time, I'll catch up. So I know if I'm that way, a lot of other people's that way. And so they start clashing and start watching you and making your every move you make. When you get older, you just don't consider everything so important. Your heart won't allow you to live if you everything is coming after you. You can't live like that when you get old. You got to just push it to the side, and if you can go back and get some of it, go back and get it. But you can't live that type of life when you get older. When I was young, I would have a baby in this arm, the other around my leg, and I was cooking. If one in my arm, I might put him in the stove. If one around my leg, I might kick him thinking something on it. So my whole life have changed. But I know 1 and 1 is 2, and I know 4 and 4 is 8. Now you ask me anything else, I put it on paper and I add it up, but I still know what it is. And I want you to send this video to, especially your children, if you got any, and they thinking you losing your mind because you don't act the way they think you should act, and you don't feel like uh, thinking about things that you don't need to think about. I don't worry about what people think no more. I don't have the spirit to put in what you think and how you think. I don't have that kind of energy. That's a good word. I don't have that kind of energy, but I'm still trying to maintain my spirit and maintain my livelihood, doing for me like I should do, and I want to do for me as much as I can do. So I'm just telling the parents that going through that, you probably ain't the only one. There's a lot of parents is going through that. That's why they got all that stuff on them application when you go to the doctor. Is you being abused? Because people get frustrated with their parents so easy because they got so much on their mind. And they need to give them to God and let God keep them for you. Like you give your children to the Lord. You got to give your parents to the Lord too. You can't just be up on everything they do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why are you doing that? No, you did that to the children. And parents don't want you to be their parents. They want you to be their children, their adult children. Let's have a conversation. That's what I want to do. Let's have a conversation. Write in the comment, send the video, and let's have a conversation about some things that we can get some healing from. It's so much out there. It's just distracting us and having us beat up each other and um, hurting each other. We don't want to hurt each other, but we do have to understand each other. We have to understand where the other person is coming from and help them as much as you can understand you. And I just wanted to say that on this video because I heard that this preacher was married and his wife died in January and he was getting married and a family member. And I was thinking about that. It weighed on me. I said, wife ain't been dead long enough for him to be getting married. And the spirit said to me, this is why I had to make this video. It said to me, most men is not going to allow their children to run their life. So they'll get them another spouse. That way they have somebody to help and do for them. And you can go on with your business and you enjoy your children and husband and enjoy your life. But they have somebody there to help them maintain their life and have a conversation and enjoy each other. So I said, okay, God, I leave that alone. I left that alone. I didn't see it that way. I'm thinking you ain't that sexy. You got to marry in this time. That ain't. He said that ain't what they're marrying for. They marrying sometime because the children start taking over their lives, and they go marry. Men's do. They'll go marry another woman because they don't want nobody running their life. They want to be independent. Women don't want to know a husband after they be a mom and a wife to that husband for years. They do not want to be married. So they trying to maintain themselves and live their best life and do for them. And I understand there's two things can be right at the same time. And so I get to understand these men that married early. Now, that's a blessing. And I'm sharing that with you. That's a blessing. So I'm going to end this video and I hope you got something out of it. Send it to somebody, might have a parent. The children is over parenting the parent. And let's get this together. Let's have a conversation.